Okay.
It's just right there. I could have done it.
Okay. Hey, I think we might be live. I think we might be live. We might have.
Doesn't the screen switch over here?
Nope. It will.
Oh,
See?
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that.
We still don't have our screen quite solved. Well, we decided to switch up technology one more time. And, there we go. We decided to switch up technology one more time. And again, it's not grand.
So we have to be really close together.
So this is great. Welcome to our live stream. Welcome to Travel Talk Tuesday, where we explore destinations through conversations. On each one of these, we are going to cover a place we've spent time in. Stop clickety.
Sorry, man.
Stop clickety. You're ruining up my lines.
Sorry. I'm in the software business too. Okay, go ahead.
Somebody's extra agitated. All right. So we're covering a place that we've spent time in. We're going to share some tips, some of our adventures and perspectives, some things that we learned, sometimes the hard way. And we're here to answer your travel questions, really the most important part. And now tonight is all about gorgeous Green Ireland, a place that I love. But now, how long have we been doing YouTube, honey?
Do you?
The floor is yours.
Okay, the floor is mine. We have been doing this YouTube channel for about 5 years, and we have traveled to I think 15 countries, including the United States. So we've been around, been to a lot of places, spent time in Europe, spent time in Canada, spent time in the United States. So I wouldn't say we're travel experts, but we've gained a lot of expertise in the last 5 years for sure.
We've learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be learning more about technology in the coming weeks as well. All right. So how did we end up spending 3 months in Ireland, Chris?
You're going too...
Because,
time out, girl. What? You're going too fast.
Oh, where are we now?
Yeah, where are we now? She organizes too.
No, I didn't. You added that. I did not have it. I do not have it in the outline, sir.
We're husband and wife. I don't know what to do. So right now we're in Minnesota. That's where we are right now. Not doing as much travel lately, and we lost our light too. What's the deal with our light? Jesus.
There's a ghost. So we want to do this haunted tour of Ireland, and the ghost has come and said, "Hello, we're here for you." Okay, now back to what we're here for. We're in Minnesota, so we covered that. Are we good there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now you drive with you having your stuff.
Here we go. Tonight is all about Ireland and just a little square of us.
Gorgeous Green Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
And next up, okay, how did we end up spending 3 months in Ireland, honey? Do you want to start that one?
Yeah. So we've been traveling, and before we went to Ireland, we had been living in a different city every month in the United States and Canada. And then the year was up, and we're like, what do we do next? I'm like, we should go to Portugal. And she's like, I don't know. Well, you should take it from here. What did you say?
He didn't just say we should go to Portugal. He said, we should go live in Portugal. Let's move to Portugal. We're going to become permanent residents of Portugal. And I said that I was willing to try it so long as we could spend 3 months in Ireland beforehand, because you can spend up to 90 days in Ireland without getting a visa. You just need your passport.
Okay. All right. So that's how we ended up in Ireland.
That's what happened.
All righty.
Okay. Right. What's next?
Before we get started, people watching, let us know where you are in the world here.
Yes.
So just comment. Let us know. We always love to hear that. And then if you have questions on Ireland, obviously write in the comments, and we will do our best to answer them with, we'll do better than doing tech support for technology. Look at this.
We sure hope.
Well, you know what? Why don't you just stay in the middle? Because, you're better to look at.
No, come on. Come on. We're both in this together.
All right.
All right.
So you want to do the question?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the question we have. So what we want to know is if anybody...
Oh, hey, Amon. Hello from Ireland.
Sweet. Hey, does your technology work in Ireland?
They do have some really big tech companies in Dublin and whatnot. So maybe.
Yeah, maybe
we don't have any. In the
maybe
United
we
States
needed to
anymore.
get some like Irish software is what we should have done. Okay. Anyway. All
And
right.
hello to Stephen in Indiana.
Oh, and then there's Mark in Kansas.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome to hear. Okay. So keep putting your comments in the chat and we will come back and answer it as best we can. Okay.
Yes.
Melissa, what are you going to do now?
Well, if I'm allowed to move forward without you going, no, that's not what we're doing.
I'm not bossy.
I do want to let everyone know that we did some research and selected 3 different tours of Ireland that we're interested in. And we're going to share them at the end. And we would love to get your vote or comment for which one sounds most interesting to you. It'll be a tour that we will go on. And we'll set it up so that if you want to join us, you can. But we're going on it.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless. Because I need to be back in Ireland. All right. So we did the Have You Been to Ireland before? And now on to our Ireland traveling basics. Now,
okay.
I think the hottest thing on people's minds, the thing I've seen most often in the comments on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere, is driving and getting around in Ireland. Now, I sat shotgun in Ireland, but I did not drive. Oh, Chris, well... Okay. All right. Well, I
was pulling from your list. The thing's on the screen right now.
That was my bad.
Where'd you find that one?
They can't see you looking at the list. All right.
Okay.
All right. I get what you're doing now. I'm going to follow your outline.
Okay.
That was my outline.
Woo.
All right. So first, the question that I can best answer, just don't even bother bringing your American hair dryer. It's not going to work well. It could cause serious damage, I believe. Like, I think sometimes I've heard horror stories of like, well, not horrible damage, but like outages happening. But I've talked to people who have attempted it and it like never gets enough power to do anything. And chances are you'll be staying at a hotel. And if you are, and it's a decent hotel, they're going to have a hair dryer there for you. And if not, you can go to like the local electrical store and pick one up for a pretty reasonable price, or the pharmacy. Mm-hmm. And I did notice when we were in Ireland that people really cared about me not spending too much money. Like there would be times we'd be like, well, maybe I'll get this and this because I'm not really sure which one. And they'd be like, oh, don't waste your money. You know, get the one. And then if you need the other, come back for it. So you won't get taken advantage of. Just leave the American hairdryer at home. All right.
Okay. You know what? I've got this one.
Oh, yes. Good.
All right.
You should.
So definitely, you probably heard when you go to Europe, they have different outlets, plugins. And then Ireland and England, I believe, have even different ones. So there's a Euro standard, and then there's the England standard. So it's this one right here. And that works in both Northern Ireland and Ireland from what we read. We certainly in Ireland. So that's the one you want, and you can find one that have all kinds of different configurations. But yeah, you want one of these guys. I don't know the official name for them, but they look like this.
Well, it's a UK adapter converter.
Oh,
I think is what it's called.
There you go. There you go.
I guess not always UK, but all right. Ireland and Northern Ireland are separate countries, and probably let me find my light. They're separate countries, and most of you probably know this, but there sometimes is just different verbiage where it can be confusing. One time, I know we posted on a video where we're like, oh, well, Cork is the second largest city in Ireland. And people were like, no, that's Belfast. And it's like, okay, we weren't talking about the island of Ireland. We were talking about the country of Ireland. And more importantly, for anyone traveling to Ireland, is Northern Ireland is a part of the UK. And because it is, starting January 8th, 2025, you will need an ETA, which is an electronic travel. I I can't think of what the A stands for, but it's called an ETA.
Right
You
here.
get it on your phone. Oh, thank you. Travel authorization. Thank you. Oh, it's January 8th, not January 28th, honey.
Ah, what?
That is an error.
No, it's the software's fault.
I just said it was an error. I didn't say
January
whose it was.
8th?
Yeah, January 8th. And you need to get it before you get on the plane heading out to Northern Ireland, because otherwise you might not get on the plane, from what I was reading.
That is the date in American standard. It's not August 1st.
Yes, to our
2025.
Canadian friends and European friends.
Yes.
And everyone else in the world who does it. Yeah, the way different from Americans. If anyone hasn't seen Nate Bargatze perform on SNL about our American quirks, I highly encourage watching Washington Sketch. Okay, next up, my love.
Next up, money.
You want to talk the money?
No. No. Well, it's the euro in Ireland.
In the country of Ireland, it's
in the country of Ireland. And then Northern Ireland, it is the British pound, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're going to Ireland, yeah, you got to be able to make sure you have the right money.
And one thing we've noticed, and we've had family ask us about this before, about, well, can I like get money from the ATM or like, and yes, you can just get euros and whatnot from an ATM. It'll work just fine. I don't know of a card where it doesn't. Oh, Amon says it's a 3-plug adapter.
Oh, okay. Don't look.
Oh, sorry. Okay. But hello to Christine as well, because I saw that before. Okay, now we've covered money.
Okay, this is a good one.
Depends on your perspective.
Yes.
It is either Belfast or it's Cork.
Yeah, so if a lot of people think Ireland should be brought back together. And I'm not going to get political, but it should just be one. So then if you're talking to somebody and like you say, hey, Cork's the second biggest city in Ireland. And they're like, no, Ireland's the whole island. So Belfast is the second biggest city. So just, it's not like it's.
Were you listening to me?
I think so.
Because I did already discuss that. Although I didn't bring politics into it.
I'm trying to troubleshoot the screen. When you're talking, I'm trying to troubleshoot, so I don't hear what you say. So
okay, all right.
Woo, this Travel
Next,
Talk Tuesday is.
They'll get better and better.
They will get better. All right. Okay, so we already talked the converters.
Okay.
Oh, a plug. Do a plug.
All right. We have a Witches, Spirits, and Castles Halloween tour like no other that is happening next Halloween. Obviously, it can't happen this past one. And it is a 14-day tour. And it's amazing, where we will go to places like Leap Castle, which is it's not supposedly, it is haunted, because I have read several accounts. And we will do a ghost tour of Dublin. We will go and party in Derry, where they have the biggest Halloween party in the world, the grandest, most wonderful, from what I've read and seen. Next time we need to have a video queued to like show what it looks like, because I can't do it justice. And I was not prepared for you to have a plug on here. So I'm sorry if I'm mumbling a little bit. It's going to be a lot of fun. We organize it along with CIE Tours. So we have experts who have helped us every step of the way on this.
Once again, honey, it's in here because it was in your notes.
I don't remember that.
Okay. Ooh, this is a good tip. It's Ireland. It rains a lot. So pack layers, because the weather can change quickly, right? And then, definitely rain gear. Umbrellas.
I want Eamon's opinion on the umbrellas.
Oh, that's a good one.
Since he is in Ireland, a story. We arrived in Kinsale. It mostly didn't rain, but I noticed how narrow the streets were. And so I told my mother-in-law, when she asked me if she should bring an umbrella, not to bother with an umbrella, just a rain jacket will be fine. Not only did it rain, I think, on their arrival day and a couple of other days, one day while I was getting out my umbrella, which I did have and which I did offer to her, but it was pink and she does not do pink. I like pink. I was about to walk them to the restaurant, and I opened my umbrella and it splashed water in her face. So I lost any chance of earning the spot of favorite daughter of that day. And so now she always tells people to ask Melissa if they should bring an umbrella. But I still think really good rain gear is better than an umbrella, because also when that wind gets blowing, you got to fight with the umbrella anyway.
Yes.
Has Amon answered?
We'll get back to it. Let's get through these.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll go to questions. How about that? Sound good? Sound good? So getting around Ireland, driving or joining a tour. Obviously, if you join a tour, it's going to be a lot less stressful, and you won't have to, you won't have to drive. Now, I drove in the 3 months that we were there. I drove. We had rented an automatic. It does obviously take getting used to, because you're on the other side of the car and the other side of the road. But for me, it wasn't too difficult to get used to it. But for some people, it is a little bit more difficult. But the second time we came back to Ireland, we rented a car that was a stick shift. So boy, was that a fun thing. So shifting with my left arm instead of my right, that was a trip. But fortunately, the feet pedals are in the same order as if they're on the right side of the car. So you don't have to rethink that. You just have to do everything with your left hand. So certainly if you drive, you have more freedom to go where you want to go. I would recommend trying to avoid driving into the larger cities of Ireland.
Because, what about Dublin, though?
Well,
sorry.
The larger cities are old, and the roads are small and skinny and windy, and and then when you get into a city, it can be even more dramatic because there's more cars and the roads are still old. It's not like all the roads are like that, but you can get into certain areas where, we have a video of it, where we were in, where was that? Killarney. And we got sent down a road looking for parking, and it was scary.
It was tight.
Yeah. So I usually, if you can, plan out where you're going to drive when you're in a city in Ireland, and try to stay away from the old parts of the city with your car. Obviously go visit there, but maybe walk to them or something.
Although I did not notice you having any challenges in Cork or in Dublin.
It was intimidating in Cork.
Was it?
Yeah. In fact, don't you remember one time we just went home because it's going to be too stressful. And then
I thought that was getting into the parking ramp. But yeah. No.
It was difficult. It's so there's something you have to think about when you're in Europe or Ireland. And because for people driving in the United States, the roads are huge and there's tons of them, and you usually don't see it's a lot different in Ireland. That's all I'm saying.
So would you recommend, if you're renting a car, say in Dublin, staying at a hotel near to the airport and then just taking an Uber or the bus into Dublin? Because when we stayed at the one hotel that was near the airport, it was like maybe a 15-minute Uber ride into the main town, and that was great.
Yeah, I think that's a good strategy.
Okay.
And I know this isn't an Ireland thing, but we also did that in Seville, Spain, where hotel was a few miles out, took an Uber into the old town part of Seville. And yeah, I think it's a great way to approach exploring a city in Europe. Okay.
Dublin is great, but
this is not a negative on Dublin.
Because it is great.
Yeah.
Explore the other towns to get a real feeling for all of Ireland, because there are so many great places. I mean, Kilkenny's Medieval Mile, we absolutely love that. Kinsale, where we lived, it was beautiful. Everyone was wonderful. And the restaurants were amazing.
Yes.
Why are you typing that you were having issues? we were in the middle of a live stream.
Yeah.
Oh, you're having a ticker?
Yeah, we're just
that could be distracting.
Look at that. No, that's awesome.
All right.
Some of the software is kind of cool. All right, let's
Okay,
go.
questions.
Oh,
I want
let's
to get
go
to
to
questions.
comments. Okay, we've got. Let me see.
Oh, Amon lives in Kildare.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Oh,
We're
are you gonna put
back
him?
up? We're gonna. So there's Steven's been in. He's from Indiana. Yay! Mark is from Kansas.
Hello, hello.
Oh, here's Steven again. He has not been to Ireland.
We highly recommend a visit to Ireland.
We can help you plan
Yes.
your next trip. All right. Ooh,
Oh, County Kildare.
Kildare, where is that? I've heard of it.
I don't think we've been in it.
Hey, Amon, what part of what's maybe a place we've been to that would be close to there?
Like, is it anywhere along the Wild Atlantic Way or Southern
Yeah.
Ireland? I have to get out a map.
Okay, and then we've got Christine here.
Hello from Pennsylvania.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Wiley. County Clare, Ireland. Hello, hello.
Woo!
Okay, so Galway's in County Clare, right? Or is it County Galway? It's County Clare,
No, I think
isn't
it's
it?
Claire.
Because I this week received affirmation from my mom that our relatives are from Galway, or at least some of them.
And you notice because of our goofy camera layout setup, she only thought you were there because I was probably over here.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
I don't know. Okay, here we go. Look at this.
Oh, but Amon makes a good point on also pre-customs clearance at Dublin Airport, which is nice, so that you don't have to go through customs once you get back to the U.S.
Yeah, yes, I remember that. But it's only in Dublin, right? I don't know
think
if I've
so,
ever experienced
Yeah.
it anywhere else.
It's Dublin.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Amon's.
Oh, yeah, Brawley.
What?
Yeah, they're called a Brawley.
I know. Amon said so. I didn't know. Did you know that before?
I forget it, but yeah, because I read a lot of books.
So when you were talking to my
Sorry.
mom, you were right. She was supposed to bring a Brawley.
Poor Jude.
Okay.
What if you want to be on a group tour but cannot for some reason drive? What other transport options exist to tour outside Dublin, mostly buses?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not going to be on a group tour and you're not driving. There is public transportation. There are trains and buses. The one thing that I remember chatting with a woman while we were touring Kilkenny Castle was she shared that it didn't seem to be an easy route to go, say, from Kilkenny to the next place that they wanted to go to. So they went Dublin, Kilkenny, back to Dublin, and then I can't remember where else they were going. And we've never been on the trains in Ireland ourselves or the buses. But I've heard it can be a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, we had friends come visit us, and they used buses and trains and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And they seem to get around pretty good. So, yeah.
That's right.
Just hire an automatic. That's another thing about Europe. They don't rent vehicles, they hire them.
Yes.
We learned that. All right. Is it just customs clearance in Dublin? Or, it's
passport control as well.
Yeah. So yeah, when you get back into your country, you just back in the United States, I should say. Oh, okay, there we go. Here we go. Kildare is next to Dublin.
So you might have been through it, but we need to make another stop. Let me add that to an itinerary.
Okay.
All right. So what is up next?
Well, let's look at our
husband.
Well, you're the organizer. Let's look at our outline. I think we have another poll, another question.
All right.
Right there.
Yep.
So if you're not already living in Ireland, which season do you think you would want to go to Ireland in? Is that how?
Yeah. Like which season do you like most appeals? Although if you do live in Ireland, which season do you think we should come to Ireland?
Yeah, that's a good.
Because we might as well pull from the expert.
Because Travel Talk Tuesday is about bringing together people that maybe want to go to a destination and then people that are already there that have expertise. we're just the middlemen, right? Or
Well,
middle people.
We have some level of knowledge, but we are by no means experts.
No, we will never be experts. So yeah, we were there in August, September, and October,
Correct.
right? So late summer, early fall, and for us in 2022,
Correct.
it was beautiful. We really only had a couple days where it was like rainy, and we did hear it wasn't typical. So we might have gotten really lucky when it came to having really nice weather. It wasn't too hot. Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah, I would say it was mid-60s most of the time. Maybe it got down to the 50s a few times, but it was lovely. And we were on the southern coast.
So Steven says,
I like fall travel after high season is over, fewer crowds, I hope. And yes, and that's our favorite time.
you know what they call it? You know what they should call it?
Shoulder season.
Melissa taught me that one too. I'd never heard of it. Why do they call it shoulder season?
Because it's not high season. It's shoulder.
It's shoulder
I don't
season.
know. I didn't come up with a term.
Is it like, do you want to
I'm
go?
not an etymologist.
No, it's like this. Hey, do you want to go to Ireland in the fall? I don't know. Is that why they do it? I don't know. Shoulder season. Well, maybe.
Christian.
Yeah, but that's what I like about it is fewer crowds. I don't like to go to places when it's tons of people.
Oh, and who was somebody? Oh, I was on a webinar the other day, and they talked about how you shouldn't bother traveling in most of Europe in July and August because everyone in Europe takes their vacations in July and August. And so then when Americans are crowding, the Europeans and blah, blah, blah. And so, although for the weather, it sounds like there's another opinion.
So fall is best for Mark. And then from Amon. And what would it be? An Irelander? Like an American?
An Irish person?
Well, I know, but okay, whatever.
Irelander.
It's June and July is what Amon says. Okay, here we go. Shoulder is as an edge between high and low.
There we go.
Nah, I think it's this. Okay. All right. No, I'm sure
someone's not a fan of logic.
What?
Irishman. Amon said it's Irishman.
See, there was a word I was looking for in Irelander. Well, maybe let's start a new term.
You say.
Irelander. We're
Dorker.
We're well traveled. Okay. All right. Did you just call me a dorker? A dorker or a dork?
A dorker. You're from Dork.
I'm a dorkener. Okay. All right. Let's go back to banners. No. Oh, okay. All right. Places we visited. Oh, okay.
And that we would highly recommend.
Yes. Okay. So obviously we lived in Kinsale. We loved Kinsale. And that was wild because we just picked it. We were just like looking at a map. Let's go there. Right?
Well, it was because when I was looking for a rental and I was concerned with staying in one place for 3 months. And sometimes if there's a fireplace, my allergies just go through the roof and I get really sick. And so I was looking for a place that didn't have a fireplace. And the one that I found was in Kinsale. We maybe found one other, but then the date shifted.
Yes.
Because we were going to stay in Galway, but while we were trying to make up our mind, somebody else booked part of what our stay would have been.
And Kinsale was great. It's not too big. We walked everywhere. We were right by the water. It was
lovely
really nice.
Shops, great history. There's Charles Fort to go and see. It's a big star-shaped fort. It has a ghostly legend that goes with it about the white lady who jumped to her death from one of the, is it called a battlement? What is it called up top? Because there was
battlement sounds good.
No, I don't think that's the right word though.
I think it's the
bastion. The bastion.
Bastion. There we go. I don't know why you asked me for the word.
Well, maybe I was really asking Amon.
We should have asked the
Irishman.
No, the Irelanders.
That's
All right.
King James.
Okay.
Yeah,
a lot of history, tons of amazing restaurants for such a small little town. It's the foodie capital, they say, right?
Well, there's some disputes.
Okay.
But yes, and if you go and you've watched this and you go say hi to Julie at Finn's Farm Cut for us, and hi to
Charlie at Rare.
Yes. Those were the places I think we frequented the most.
Yeah. Say Chris and Melissa say hi, and they'll go, who?
No, Julie will know for sure.
I don't know if. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Yes.
Okay, next town, city. Next.
Already on to the next.
Kilkenny.
Medieval Mile is an absolute must.
Oh, yeah.
The Smittix experience was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
St. Canice's Cathedral. You've got the legend of Alice Kittler, who was the first woman tried for being a witch, for witchcraft. And she got off free, but her maid, or one of the people of her associates named Petronella, was flogged and then burned at the stake. But then apparently they haunted St. Canice's Cathedral and made a tower fall on it and all kinds of things. But it's a great place for stories. Kilkenny Castle, home of the greatest knight who ever lived.
Yeah, it's just in a very easy city to walk around, and a lot of preserved. Basically, wasn't it because Cromwell is one of those cities he didn't destroy, because if I remember right, the townsfolk, the leaders of the town, were kind of essentially, I don't know if they paid him off to not come in.
They were wealthy. Yeah.
They were wealthy, so they're like, don't
enterprising,
come here,
and
get out of here.
They negotiated something.
Yeah.
From what we heard when we were at the Medieval Mile Museum.
Yeah, it's Kilkenny is a lot of fun, that's for sure. Next.
Cork City.
Yeah, that's another fun city that was close to Kinsale. It was like a 30-minute drive just up the road. And we went there a couple times. Like if we had to do some big shopping.
What did we do in Cork City? One of your favorite experiences.
We ate tacos?
We did do that. And we ate tacos after we did what? We went to a hurling match.
That was in Cork?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was in.
Okay. No, it was in Cork.
Yes, that was fun, and I would love to do that again. They say that people say go to, well, it's big everywhere, but up in Limerick is where it's pretty big too.
Oh, I remember seeing
but yeah, if you can go see a hurling match or game, oh yeah, that was a ton of fun.
Yeah. And Cork is another foodie destination. There's the English market there.
Oh yeah.
With a bunch of stands. Definitely recommend ABC Bread Company. That was really good. And that's within the English market. And we found the time, now that I'm remembering it, the time that we turned back, we were just going there for, to spend a couple of hours and get some errands done and visit the market. And it was so crazy and so busy. But then when we went back, we went in the morning, because the first time it was the afternoon and it was absolute madness. But when we went at 8 a.m, that was so much easier.
Next.
Ring of Kerry.
Oh yeah, that was cool. So it was in one of our videos we had posted, someone had recommended going to
Kerry Cliffs.
The Kerry Cliffs. And then I think I connected to the Ring of Kerry. Kerry Cliffs are awesome. Maybe even more awesome than the cliffs of Moher. And a little higher, less crowds.
Definitely less crowds.
Yeah,
I loved them both. I don't have a favorite.
Yeah, definitely. And then, the Ring of Kerry, just very scenic, very green, lots to do.
Interesting driving for a bit of it, as I recall, where we ended up on what we thought should be a one-way, but it was a two-way, and it felt a little dicey. We were fine. No other vehicle came up at that time.
We're still here, so that's good.
That is nice, isn't it?
Another great place, Killarney National Park.
That's one of my favorites, and I want to go back again.
Yeah.
Ross Castle is gorgeous.
Yes, and we didn't we climbed
Torque Mountain.
Torque Mountain. That was tough.
Although, I mean, it was
But
a
fun.
hike on Torque Mountain. So I guess I don't think we hiked the whole of it, but we did Huntsman's Hill, and I think it's also called the cardiac stairs or the
something
cardiac
like that.
steps.
Yeah.
And that was I would say that's one of my most favorite hikes that I've ever done. And we've done quite a bit of hiking in the past few years. So if you go to Ireland, I highly recommend Killarney National Park. There's also, you can boat, you can ride in a jaunting car. There's a house that we did not tour that I really want to tour. It's like Queen Victoria stayed there once. Or no, she was going to stay there. They lost all of their money because they built it up and overinvested. It was something like that. But they had special stairs built for her because she was terrified of places starting on fire. She had a big fear of it.
It's in one of our videos, our Killarney
National Park video. Yeah.
I'm telling you all about it. That was a plug. And of course, the Cliffs of Moher.
They're gorgeous. If you're a film fan, parts of The Princess Bride were shot there, parts of Harry Potter, although it was one scene of Harry Potter that, I don't know if the actors were ever there, but the filmmakers were to get the shots. Wasn't there one other movie?
Yeah. A Chris+Melissa video was shot there.
Yes. There's O'Brien's Castle. Which is just like this little tower, and you can go up and the views are great. It can be a line, get there early in the morning.
What I remember of that is it was built to impress the ladies. That's what I remember. He was just trying to impress the ladies. Yes, but it's a good place to go. Next, Galway.
Galway.
That's a fun city.
It is. And the Crane Bar there where we heard... We were going to go and try to hear Irish music. They had like a concert area upstairs, but the way our schedule worked out with everything we were trying to get filmed, I was like, oh, we're just not going to quite be able to do it. But let's at least just stop in for a moment. Well, we stop in for a moment, and the musicians are just kind of like I don't know if they were taking a break or something, or just hanging out on a Sunday. And they just started singing. Like one person would start singing and stop. The next person would start singing. A gentleman jumped over a broom.
Yes.
Remember that?
Not while singing. He just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call it trad music, traditional music.
Yes,
yes,
trad music.
Yeah, it was nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
It was very moving.
What was it? The walk along the, what's it called?
Oh, Salt Hill? Or no, not Salt Hill.
There's like a famous walk along the bay there, the ocean.
Actually, I think it is called the Salt Hill Walk. I don't know why it's called the hill though. It's flat.
It's not a hill.
Well, it's not a hill.
That's where you kick the wall when you get to.
Yeah, you kick the wall.
It's kick wall walk.
No, I think it's called Salt Hill, even though it's not a hill. I don't know why it's named what it's named. But then you can also see where people would have sailed out. It would be like the last spot that people would have seen when they were sailing out to get to the United States or elsewhere during the potato famine.
Yeah. Okay, next one is certainly Dublin. There's so much to do in Dublin. We've done a couple videos on that.
What were your favorite things to do in Dublin?
I liked the Book of Kells, right? Mm-hmm. And then the Long Library.
The Long Room at Trinity College. Both are at Trinity College.
Yeah, that was really cool. The jail that we went to was really... Kilmainham was pretty cool. Just walking around the busy section was a lot of fun. We didn't go to like the Temple Bar.
No,
the Temple
we still
Bar
haven't
in the
done
neighborhood,
that.
But not the Temple Bar because people say it's a big tourist trap. So
yeah, we've only walked through parts of, like, we didn't stop anywhere in the Temple Bar area. Grafton Street. Yeah.
And I'm certain there's a lot more. And obviously the brewery,
Guinness Storehouse.
Guinness Storehouse.
And that's really cool. That one, locals even recommended to us because, sometimes when somebody's from a place, they're like, oh, don't check that out. That's touristy. but I had a few different people say, no, you have to go to the Guinness Storehouse because you can go up to the Gravity Bar on the, I believe, 8th floor, and you get really nice views of Dublin. And we ended up in conversation with a couple of people from, I think, Canada. Like, it's really busy, so you just kind of end up in conversation with people because you end up sharing tables with them. Also, St. Patrick's Cathedral is gorgeous.
Yeah, that was cool.
There's a handwritten version of Handel's Messiah from the time it was first performed in, I think it was the time it was first performed. I might be wrong. I don't want to be wrong on it. But at any rate, you can see a handwritten version of that, which I thought was really cool. And some neat, like, historical things. Isn't that where we saw you could chance your arm? Where you put your hand, you shake hands through a door.
Yeah.
And that's where the expression chance your arm came from, is somebody dared to put, like, in part of a truce.
Yeah.
He had to put his arm through a door and trust that they weren't going to cut it off or something.
Something like that.
You have to go to St. Patrick's Cathedral and check my facts for me.
Yes, we just give little tidbits of information to get you excited, and then, of course, because we can't remember everything. I'm getting old, honey. Oh, this is one of my favorite spots in Ireland. Very exciting. We did a video on this as well. The weather was not good. If the weather is not good, it can be quite the adventure. It's about 7 miles out from the west coast of Ireland.
It's a little island. Skellig Michael is a rocky, like, Skellig means rocky point from what I've read. And it's named after Archangel Michael. And it's just a rocky point, or a big rock in the sea.
Yeah.
Pointy rock in the sea.
And then people used to live there up at the top.
Monks.
And so, you can, if you're lucky enough, you can take a boat out there and walk up to the top. And again, we did a video on it when it was really bad weather. So
if you're going to go, we highly recommend getting onto Skellig Rock or Skellig Walker, because it's also known as Star Wars Island, which is why it's called one boat is called Walker. So
you're saying
it's more enclosed than a lot of the other boats.
Yeah.
And I think that same company is getting they probably already have the second one that is nicely enclosed.
Yeah.
But this was an adventure I did not want to go on. I was pouting about it for about a year, I think. But then it's one of my favorite adventures.
Oh, it was a blast. It really was. Last place we went to, Limerick, was a lot of fun. The castle there. There's just so many neat things.
If you're going to travel to...
go ahead. I don't remember the name of the castle, but
if you're going to travel to Ireland with kids, I would highly recommend Limerick, in that St. John's Castle, of the castles that we've been to, felt like the most family-friendly one to explore. Mm-hmm. There were activities very geared toward children, and I don't recall there being, there was one section with, like, stumbly stairs, kind of, but for the most part, everything wasn't hazardous at all, which is nice, because, like, those stumble stairs can be a challenge in some of the castles, which are really, what are they called? Salthill is correct. Sorry, I went ahead.
Squirrel.
Tower houses. They're called tower houses, right? Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Sometimes the stumble stairs can be hazardous for young and old.
All right. That covers the places that we've gone to, and we certainly have been to more places in Ireland, but then, those are like the
main
hubs.
spots.
Yeah. So, all right, on to comments. Let's see, what do we have here? Best hotel.
I really liked the Clayton in Cork, but then I also really liked the Royal Valencia.
Yeah, that was cool. The Royal Valencia was where we stayed before we went to Skellig Michael. So it's in this small little town. The restaurant in the hotel is really a nice little place and it seems like the place to gather on that little, because it's on the island, right? So it was, and it's got a lot of history. So that was a very cool experience.
Yeah, I really like that one. But also the Galmont in Galway was really nice. We had a great tea time there. And the Morrissey in Dublin, which is a Hilton.
Mm.
That was really nice too.
Yeah.
They had a
that was
gentleman's
nice.
tea. So you got to have like.
It's what I've always been wanting. It's like, why don't more places do gentleman's tea? No, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. You like tea time. You like sweets. You're fine.
Okay. All right. Next question. Did sis? Yeah.
Yeah. It's because of where the keys are at.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And we saw them clean it right beforehand. In between each one. And we were we were third and fourth in the line.
Third and fourth. That is a cool and fun thing to do in Kissing the Blarney Stone. It's Blarney. Is that the name of the?
Right. It's in Cork County, but yeah.
It's a little bit scarier than I imagined it was going to be.
Yeah, I did find it challenging to scooch back and scooch back and scooch back. But we also really liked the gardens at Blarney Castle.
Oh yeah, that was fun walking around.
That was fantastic.
And there's just some very old, I wouldn't say relics, but like the
Druid stones.
Yeah, things like that go back lots of years. Is it that you have to drive clockwise around the Ring of Kerry? That I do not know.
As far as our struggle with driving the Ring of Kerry, it was like there was a beach or something that I had on the list and the road didn't seem to go anywhere. Or we got lost.
Yeah.
We ended up on a wrong road off the Ring of Kerry for a bit. And then we got back on it.
Yeah.
I think.
We were looking, you had something on the map that didn't show up. Whatever. We couldn't find it. That's all.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't. The hardest time was when we went into, was it Killarney?
Yes.
When we got stuck on that road where I thought for sure we were going to scrape the side of the car.
But we didn't.
Ooh, here's an inside tip.
Yes. Doolin Village. It's next to the cliffs. Great place for trad music. We didn't get to enjoy that, but that is the spot I would like to go.
We need to write that one down.
Yes.
I'm typing it. No, we'll look over this.
Yes.
Salt Hill is correct. There you go.
Ooh, all museums are free in Dublin. That's a great tip. Because I know I saw that on the National Gallery. And when we went to the Seamus Heaney exhibit, we didn't pay anything. That was free. Correct. We did not pay anything.
Okay. Interesting.
And he would know better than us.
Yeah.
Which is funny. One of my best friends from junior high and high school's last name was Kelly.
Really?
Yes. Ooh, free is good. We all like free. Yes. Yes, indeed. That does help.
Oh, interesting. Home of horse racing.
Oh, okay.
Do you like horse racing?
I've been to a horse race or two.
It's been a long time. Was it Canterbury Park?
Yeah, here? Canterbury Downs.
Yes, we have a racetrack in Minnesota, and I think they put it. It's like in the '80s, late '80s. I think it's a casino now as well. So,
okay. I just went to it when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do we have? Let's see.
Best sounding.
Ooh. Okay. I'm going to need a scroll on the notes here, and I'm going to rattle it off kind of quickly. So do pay attention. The Dublin and okay.
So what is this that you're going over here?
Okay. Do you have the thing here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to put up, but I just, yeah.
Earlier I mentioned that we're looking for votes on what your favorite tour would be. And well, if you're in Ireland, then which one you think sounds the coolest and most recommend to the rest of us. And so there's 3 of them I'm going to quickly go over. You ready? All right. The Dublin Day Tripper. It's 6 days, 5 nights. And I apologize that I can't really look at the camera because I do need to read it. Includes 9 meals. Tour highlights include a Dublin City tour, Epic the Emigration Museum. That's one place. Cleaver East, which I actually don't know what that is. But then there's Newbridge Silverware, Kilkenny and Hurling Experience, where I believe you get to try it out. Glendalough, Rossborough House and Sheepdog Demonstration, Croke Park, Malahide Castle, and the Abbey Tavern, Windmill Lane Studios, which is where Sinead O'Connor, U2, and a lot of other current musicians. Lady Gaga apparently has done recording there. Yeah. And then also visiting the Mary Plowboy. One of the big benefits of this one is that you get to stay in Dublin. You only have to unpack once. You don't have to move from hotel to hotel. And then you just do little day trips out. And this one, prices start at $2,400 depending upon the time of year. Then there's the Wild Atlantic Way tour. And we've spent a lot of time on the Wild Atlantic Way. It is gorgeous. 10 days, 9 nights. It includes 15 meals. Tour highlights are Dublin City Tour, Experience, Glasnevin and Clontarf Castle, Strokestown Park, Lakes of the Hollow Pub and Donegal, Sleevely Cliffs, Triong Design, and Nancy's Bar. There's so much, and there's more. Bellick Pottery and Westport Sheepdog Demo and Galway Walking Tour, Cliffs of Moher and Dingle, Ring of Kerry, Atlantic Irish Seaweed, Killarney, Blarney Castle, Abbey Tavern, and then you cap it off with an independent hop-on, hop-off experience. Prices on that one started around $2,700, depending on what dates. And lastly, the Mystical Ireland Tour, 8 days, 7 nights. Prices started about $2,400. There are 11 meals included. Dublin City Tour and Pierce Lyons Distillery, Down Cathedral, St. Patrick's Centre, Ulster Folk Museum, and Belfast, Titanic Belfast and Belfast Walking Tour, Giant's Causeway, Derry Walking Tour, and Walled City Brewery, Donegal and Westport Walking Tour, Sheepdog Demonstration and Westport House, Galway Cliffs of Moher, and Medieval Castle Banquet. The tour ends in Limerick, so you can check out a little bit of Limerick. And so what we want to know is which one sounds coolest to you, because then we will book the trip to go on sometime in the next year here. And so it's 1, the Dublin Day Tripper, 2, the Atlantic Way Tour, and 3, Mythical Ireland.
Okay.
I'm out of the way. Which is your vote?
I think the Wild Atlantic Way is what I'd want to do because I liked that was fun. But I think any of these would be fun. So yes, they would. Did you? Okay, cool. So if you guys want nothing. And are we going to put this up someplace so people can read it? Or
yeah, we should.
Could.
Yeah, we'll put it. We'll do a blog post.
Okay.
And then I'll put a link to it.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Do we have any comments on which we should go to?
Any comments? No comments yet.
Okay. We'll have to wait on those.
All right.
And if you're watching in replay, you can also comment below.
2.
Oh, hey. All right. Mark says, do you want to, are you showing them?
Oh, yes. So Mark said number 2, which was the Wild Atlantic Way. Amon, who is in Ireland, said this. Okay. All right. So those are pretty cool places to go to, Amon, huh? And then Steve says Wild Atlantic Way. Definitely. Yeah, that's. Does it say Kinsale, the Wild Atlantic Way?
It doesn't.
Boo is.
We'll have to do an add-on.
Yeah. Okay.
We got to go see our friends there.
All right.
And also, if you're ever, this is an odd comment, but if you're ever in Ireland and you need to get your hair done or a haircut, stop into Kinsale and to Fit and Lynch's, and you'll get to play a great game of how well do you know your country. And chances are he's going to win.
Yes.
Did either of us win against him?
No, I don't think so.
I know I didn't.
I felt bad. All right. I have some quiz.
Oh,
okay. This pertains. Okay. Quiz time. And obviously, if you guys have any comments, let us know. Okay. Banners, quiz time. Okay. What city did we see a hurling match? We actually covered that in this conversation, did we not?
We did.
All right. Let's see who the winner is. Whoever types it first wins it. No, we don't. There's nothing to win yet. Maybe someday. That would be cool.
Oh, Amon's got it.
Amon, look at that. Amon's been paying attention. Is there something like, hang on a second here. There's clapping. There's no clapping. Darn it. Okay. Amon won. Next. Okay. Who is more Irish, Melissa or Chris? Do you know this one? Did you just
We've done the DNA tests to prove this one.
Did you just roll your eyes at my lame joke? Okay, here we go. Let's look at this.
Yes.
Amon wins again. What? He's just cleaning up. Okay, next.
And yes, Stephen.
Yes, I have, I think, some genetic makeup from Ireland / United Kingdom, but if you drill in, it's more in the United Kingdom. So Melissa has a lot of Irish. What would you say? You probably...
It's 53% according to
53%. Woo! All right. Next one. That was fun.
Ooh, why did we go to Skellig Michael?
Okay, this one, you could obviously guess, well, it sounds like it's such a cool place, but we had a reason. And if you watch our channel, you might know.
Chris looks more Irish.
There you go. I might.
There was a reason I was drawn to you.
Is that what it was?
Maybe.
I look more like an Irelander.
Do you want to explain the Skellig Michael?
Yeah, well, I'm just going to see if anybody knows why we went there.
I don't think so.
You don't think?
I don't think so.
They're all watching their videos, going through them really
Part
quickly.
of it is I made Chris do flamenco dancing in Seville. That's one of the reasons we went.
Yeah, so there's a video of that too, where Melissa, I had to learn how to flamenco dance.
So I had to get on a boat.
I had to wear like shoes with heels. It was like, that was hard. So anyway, then I picked the boat trip. But
Amon's kind of right again.
Star Wars. Yeah, well, that's part of it.
Although you're going to put his answer up?
Sorry. So Amon said this. Okay, so I have been told since we started doing this channel that Chris looks like Mark Hamill or Luke Skywalker. So then I got this idea that maybe we should go to Skellig Michael and try to reenact the scene that he did there. And that's kind of what, that was my crazy idea. Of course, then we went there and it was the worst weather possible. So it was impossible to do what we wanted to do. But it was still a great experience.
That was fantastic.
So I'd do it again.
Did you have one last question? Is that what I saw?
I have one more. Yeah.
Hold on. When you hit that, never mind.
Just did that. Okay, next one. What is the word we say, the phrase, the word we came up with? And there's actually an action to it. We could actually do it right now.
Whenever we really like something.
We could do it right now. That's the sound effect. We'll see if anybody who's so excited. We need a drum roll.
And you'd have to see one of our other videos to know the answer.
Dun, 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 dun.
And while we're waiting, Chris came up with this word. It is an invention of his. He's a pretty inventive guy.
It's trademarked. Officially.
We should trademark it.
We did.
You can't use it.
Yeah. Nope. All right. That was what we used to. Okay. This is what Amon said. Amon is wrong for the first time. It actually is what we used to say. Double thumbs up. But we changed it.
Did we say it?
Because everybody said double thumbs up. So I said, we're going to change it.
Chris can't be having that.
And what we did was double thumbs up, definitely.
Okay.
But it's called, does anybody know yet?
I don't think so.
Well, okay. Thumb up a bump. Thumb up a bump.
Ow.
That's our, yeah. Thumb up a bump. Alrighty. That's all we got. Well, that's all we
Yeah.
have. Sorry for our camera issue. We'll get it worked out next time.
It's a
Thanks.
work in progress.
We got a new software program because we didn't like the last one. Cursed. Thank you for dropping in on our Travel Talk Tuesday. Tell others about it. We want to talk about travel. We want to hear from people about where they're from or where they want to go.
Should we share what we're going to be sharing next week?
Are we for sure going to do it next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Next week, our plan is Lisbon, Portugal.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So again,
Cheers to you.
Thanks for dropping in.
I see a cheers from Amon. So
Yes.
Cheers back. And thank you for being here, Stephen.
Yes.
And thank you, Amon and Mark.
Thank all
and,
of you.
Yeah, everybody.
See ya. Bye. Click end stream now. Bye.